Hi, this is Bob Hilke at Hilke Enterprises, and today I'm going to show you how fun and simple it is to sprout your own seeds to make your own salads and nutritious drinks. You can use your sprouts in sandwiches and for a salad, or blended in a smoothie, all kinds of different ways to use it, but they're really great for you. So let's get started. I'm going to show you what we have to start with here. There's 11 items, and I'll just walk you through each of them briefly, and then we'll get right into going ahead and starting our sprouts. So first of all, we need a tablespoon measure. I'm going to make 2 jars of sprouts. So each jar, of course, has a lid and a screen. And I'll put links on my website page for all of these items so you know where to get them, just like the ones that I have. This is a little tray, a holding tray, and this metal frame is going to hold the jars in the right position so they drain properly. And then of course we have the seeds. So I've got 2 seeds. We're going to make broccoli sprouts, and we're going to make alfalfa sprouts. So I'll start with alfalfa, and these come from the Handy Pantry. And again, I'll put the link on my website page so you can just click right through and order these if you want. But these are alfalfa seeds, and you can see they're really tiny. And what the label says about alfalfa is that it's very popular. It is diverse, nutritious. They're easy to grow, fresh, earthy flavor, and you can pretty much use these with any meal. They work great. They go with so many different foods. Broccoli, the reason I really like broccoli sprouts is because they're so healthy. They contain 100 times higher concentration of glucophanin and sulforaphane than the mature plant does. So you can get loaded up on these really great healthy compounds in the seeds that you'd have to eat a ton of the regular broccoli in order to get. And those are really nutritious components for your diet. So what I'm going to do, the first step, and the labels tell exactly what to do. The serving size, 2 tablespoons for the broccoli. I think it's 1.5 tablespoons. Yep, 1.5 tablespoons for the alfalfa. And so I'm going to measure those out into the jars, and then I'm going to rinse them. And the procedure for how to prepare the sprouting is on the back of the label. It's really simple and straightforward. So first thing is, I'm going to do broccoli, and so 2 tablespoons. So there's 1, 2, and then we'll do 1.5 tablespoons of alfalfa. And there we go. So we're done with the tablespoon and the bags. And so now we'll get down to business. All we need to do is soak the seeds. And the label says to soak for like 4 to 8 hours. I think is typical. This says 6 to 8 hours for the alfalfa, but I found that it works really great. I get better results if I soak them overnight. So I'm going to start them soaking tonight, and then in the morning I'll rinse them. So I'll also show you that, but for now I'm going to turn on the water. And for my water, I like to use alkaline water, and so I have the Ionized Level Up K8 water ionizer, and it's wonderful. It makes ionized alkaline drinking water, and it's perfect for sprouting your seeds. So I'm just going to fill each jar with 9.5 pH alkaline water from the Kangen machine. So there's the first one. That was the alfalfa, by the way. Now we're doing the broccoli. Okay, and now the next step is really important because we don't want any of these little tiny seeds falling out of the jars. And so we're going to use this special screen designed for sprouting seeds, and we'll clamp it down really good with the cover. And that cover and screen are going to stay on until everything is fully sprouted and we're ready to eat it. So I'm just going to set this here for now and cover the other one. Okay, and so now they have plenty of water. They're going to soak overnight, and some of them are actually going to sprout before you see the next clip of the video. So we'll just let it sit here, and then what I'll do is I'll come back in the morning and show you the next step. Good morning. So last night we soaked the seeds overnight, and so we'll see what they are looking like this morning. So here you can see in the jar, if we look really closely, some of the seeds have started to burst open. So look at this other jar, same thing. This one seems to be doing a little bit better. This is the alfalfa, and you can see some of them are actually split open and they're starting to sprout, which is awesome. So what we're going to do today and going forward is 2 or 3 times per day, we're simply going to rinse and drain and let them sit on the rack. So I'll show you how we do that. All I'm going to do is a very simple procedure. So I'll just get things set up here so you can see. So we'll start with the broccoli. And so we'll get the water running, and again, this is with the Ionized Kangen water ionizer, which makes ionized alkaline water, which is wonderful for sprouting seeds. And so I just drained the water that the seeds were soaking in, and this is where the screen needs to be on nice and snug on the jar so that the water can go in and out, but the seeds stay in. And so I'm just simply going to rinse them really good. In fact, I'll do it maybe a couple times. And these seeds are so small that without this screen being snug against the jar, some of them would find their way out. So I want to be sure to have it nice and snug. And I like to just swirl it around so we get a really good rinse on all of the seeds. And there you can see them. And yeah, now as they're floating around, you can see a lot of them are actually burst open. Yeah, so now I'm just going to drain it. And what I like to do once I drain it is spread the seeds around inside the jar a little bit so they're not all bunched up together. I don't know that matters a whole lot, but that way they get a little space. And then I'm going to set it on the rack so the jar is set so that it drains into the rack like this. And now I'll do the alfalfa seeds. Again, we're just going to do this 2 or 3 times per day. With my schedule, 2 times per day works pretty good. So we're just going to rinse them really good. So here's what they look like, and yeah, these ones are a little harder to see with the color whether they have sprouted, but I don't know how well this comes through in the camera, but if you look up close, some of them have burst open a little bit, and by tomorrow we're going to see some real exciting activity in there. Okay, so now that we've rinsed them thoroughly, same thing, I'm going to spread them around a bit in the jar so they're not all bunched up together. And then we'll set them on the rack so they drain. And of course, when you first put them on the rack, more water will drain into the holder. So I like to just hold it all carefully so they don't fall apart, and then tilt it to drain the water from the little base that they sit on. And that way it stays drier. And then we'll just let it sit here next to the sink until later today, when we'll do the same procedure, just rinse and then drain twice a day. Alrighty, have a good morning, and I'll see you later tonight. morning. Today is our final day. What we're going to do is do the final rinse, and then we'll put the sprouts in the refrigerator where we can store them for several days until we consume them. So here's the final rinse and storage. So this is the alfalfa, and as you can see, we had a nice yield from just 2 tablespoons. And here's our broccoli. So these sprouts are ready to go in the fridge, and like I say, they can remain there for several days. And so we'll be putting those in salads and the blender with our smoothies, and probably a few other ways that we can eat them. So anyway, hopefully this video has been helpful. Again, I'll put resources on our website page where this video will be posted, and give us a call or send us an email if you have any questions on how to get started with this, but hopefully you'll be sprouting your own seeds real soon and enjoying them. Alrighty, good luck with that.